Good Friday morning, amazing people. This is the day that God has made, and we, with intentionality and purpose, are rejoicing and glad therein. This is Meditative Friday with Bishop A.M. Moore. Thank you for joining us again on this Friday morning. It is 3 times a week that we invest in reminding ourselves as well as those that join with us at this hour, and those that will recap. We'll go back over it at a later time during the discourse of this day, um, of the goodness of God. This is what our meditation on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are centered around, reflecting, rehearsing thoughts as well as expressions that tie into the goodness of God. We're asking you to tag, tell, text someone if this has impacted you in any shape, form, and fashion. And help us get this word out to others that need to be informed, encouraged, inspired, and possibly even with some implementation along the way as it relates to understanding with crystal clarity the goodness of our God. And so we want you to join us this morning as we peruse the sacred words of God that's found in the book of First Corinthians, chapter number 15, verse 10. Chapter 15, verse 10. We've been focusing and anchoring our thought around this concept of grace, the different derivatives of this word grace, this unmerited favor of God, something that we did not earn, we don't deserve, but yet in the midst of us not earning it and not deserving it, He still gives it to us. Did you hear me? We didn't earn it, we don't deserve it, but yet in the midst of it, He still gives it to us. We didn't earn it, we don't deserve it, but yet in the midst of it, He still gives it to us. We didn't earn it, we don't deserve it, but yet in the midst, He still gives it to us. And so it is uncommon, it is unusual, it's unpredictable, it's unprecedented that God gives us something that we did not earn. Watch this. Um, in spite of us. And so these first 11 verses in this chapter deals with the concept of the resurrection, God getting up in the form of Jesus Christ after being buried, crucified, buried, and resurrected for something He did not do, for something that He did do. I said He didn't deserve what He got, but He did it to give us what we don't deserve. He didn't deserve what He got to give us what we don't deserve. And so Paul takes time and he writes and he gives us the chronicles of how it went down. And in verse number 10, he says, "But by the grace of God, I'm what I am. And His grace to me was not without effect. No, I worked harder than all of them. Yet not I, but the grace of God that was in me." This uncommon, unusual, unpredictable, unprecedented of giving us what we did not earn and we don't deserve. Grace. We did not earn it and we don't deserve it, but yet He was kind enough. And Paul says, yes, He showed up to the apostles, He showed up to Cephas, He showed up to others, and He even showed up for me. Is that anybody's testimony this morning? That you know beyond the shadow of a doubt that God showed up for you. See, this meditative time is not really about trying to preach to prove something, but to paint a picture, to take a principle and give a practice that that inspires, that encourages, that shapes the narrative of how you and I look at God and the things that He's done. So I think about the day that He showed up in my life. I met him in an intimate and personal way. And Paul says that because I recognize I did so much wrong, and yet in all of the wrong that I did, he did what was undeserving. I didn't earn it, and he still did it for me. He gave me purpose in the midst of my persecution. He did for me what I didn't deserve, gave me what I didn't deserve, kept from me what I do deserve. He showed me mercy and gave grace. He had compassion on me. And I don't care how high you go, I don't care how great you become. Y'all, we don't deserve what he does for us, to us, and through us. And Paul says, I'm willing to live my life and work in a way to show him I hadn't forgotten. And that should be the kind of commitment that you and I make. Hey, Lord, I'm working every day. Not because I've earned this, but he didn't do this for nothing. Paul says, I'm willing to put in the work. I want everybody to know what I know as it relates to God's goodness, God's uncommon, unusual, unpredictable, unprecedented favor. What I didn't earn and I don't deserve, he still gave it to me. This day that you and I are living in, we didn't deserve it, but he gave it to us. The gifts that you and I operate with, we didn't deserve it, but he gave it to us. The impact and the influence and the increase that he allows us to have in the earth, we didn't deserve it, but he gave it to us. Man, if you're feeling your boy this morning, put some fire in the chat. I didn't deserve it, but he gave it to me. Ooh, the people that are in my life, I didn't deserve it, but he gave it to me. The opportunities to serve and make a difference, I didn't deserve it, but he gave it to me. And so this redemptive practice of God, this principle of redemption, that he's done for me what I don't deserve. And now on the flip hand, I'm gonna give him what he does, what he does deserve. I'm gonna give him what he does deserve. He deserves my commitment. He deserves my thankfulness. He deserves my faithfulness. And I'm gonna give it to him. I hope this tapped into you in some shape, form, and fashion, that we owe him so much because he did more for us than we could ever do for him. But every day, I'm going to do my best to let him know I'm thankful. And so it is our custom and practice to make what we call a declaration. This declaration is centered around a statement to affirm what we've discussed, of what we painted, what we've given a principle, in order that you and I can get the proof of what we've been practicing. And it's simply this. We want you to put your name there, your family's name there, say it 10 times. Read the passage 10 times. And it's simply this. Owaski is living a life of purpose because of God's grace. Put your name there. You're living a life of purpose because of God's grace. Paul says, I was off course for so long, but now finally, I recognize and realize that what I was doing wrong, when I truly met you, I made a decision to give that up and to live a life that would be honorable to you. This is my time. I hope you've been inspired. I hope I've given you something through a picture, through a principle, and through a practice that allows you to experience the fruit of this uncommon, unusual, unpredictable, unprecedented, unearned, undeserving grace that he gives us. God loves you. I love you too. Until next time, listen to these announcements. May God bless. May God keep you. Is our prayer. God bless.
Thank you for starting your day with us with this meditation moment. Begin your mornings at 6 a.m. on a note of peace and mindfulness with us. It's our pleasure to guide you through a serene, meditative journey. Let's embrace tranquility together every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as we delve into this practice of presence and awareness. Join us and transform your day with a touch of mindfulness. Broaden your horizons and engage with our community. Every Thursday, join us for Bible study at our Birmingham venue at 11:30 a.m. for an in-person session, or tune in online for our virtual session at 6:30 p.m. Additionally, take advantage of our food pantry and clothing closet, accessible from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Seize the opportunity to gain knowledge and foster connections. Experience an uplifting blend of fellowship and faith, both in person and virtually. Join us every Sunday for the soul-stirring worship service at 9 a.m. at our Birmingham site, located at 923 Graymont Avenue West. Not in Birmingham, our Huntsville community gathers at 706 Kentwood Drive at 12:30 p.m. for a harmonious celebration of worship. We are filled with excitement and looking forward to welcoming you with open hearts.